peeps, what's happening? Richard Oliver. Right, this video is UFOs that's been captured over the last couple of months over South Wales. I've been sort of accumulated them, and I thought I'd put them into a video to show you some of the things that people have been filming and myself has been filming. I'm just going to do them in a random order. The first one is my mate filmed it who we used to run Paranormal Wales with. Now, all of the videos you're about to see have all been checked against things like the ISS, Starlink, planes, the satellites, and so that's been checked on every video. So I have to keep repeating myself and saying it. That has been checked against every one of these videos in the process of them being filmed. So yeah, this one my mate filmed in the day. He sent it to me. It's odd. Take a look.
What is it?
I don't know, it's not a plane though.
It's not a plane, is it?
No.
That's no plane, is it? What's the date?
26th of May.
What?
26th of May.
26th of May 2021. What's the time?
10:05.
That's not what we think it is it?
Oh.
The thing is, it just looks like a star, doesn't it?
You see the flash?
No, what's it doing?
Give off a massive flash.
It gave off a huge flash, did it?
Mm-hmm.
I got the phone to follow it. Well, there are strange things in the sky. Isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
What did you make from it when it was above the house? Is it gone?
Gone.
What, it disappeared?
It hasn't disappeared. You can't get it from me yet.
There it is, it's still up there. You know when it was above the house, what did it look like?
It's not a plane. It's not a helicopter either.
It's just drifting over, isn't it?
Mm.
So, this one I filmed myself out the back of the house, and it was on the night of we could see Starlink, on the last time we could see it a couple of weeks ago. And there was a train of lights coming together. I think it was something like section 26 or something, they named it. And it was quite a thing to see. But on the third time we watched it come over, because it comes over every 90 minutes, it was preceded by this light. Now, according to Google and everywhere we could look, it was supposed to be the International Space Station. Now, well, you can see it for yourself. Unless the International Space Station is flying at about 15,000 foot, I mean, it's balmy. So, take a look at this. Recording. Oh my lordy.
What is that? Is that the Starlink?
Yeah, I don't know what that is in front. I don't know where I'm filming, but yeah. Coming right over.
Have you got it, yeah?
Yeah, for a minute. I got it full zoomed in. Look at this, Look at this on the screen. Oh my lord.
What's that one then?
Huh?
That's Starlink.
Oh yeah, it's too much light pollution. That must be...
That's not the Starlink, is it?
I don't know.
I thought they come...
Let's see if we can get that one again. Yeah, I got him. I don't know what that is. What? Coming out of my filming. Knock it off. Now, these next videos were filmed in Penturk. Yes, if the name sounds familiar, it's because of the Penturk incident. Me and my partner Emma filmed these. Now, you're gonna see this one is flying through the trees. It does look a bit odd. I've tried to cut it down. There's something just flying over houses, and I actually watched this object come around. So take a look at this, guys.
It's okay, what the hell is that? It's not very good, I need to get it out of the trees. Just, yeah, but you can see it moving, but there. What the hell is that? That's in the sky. It's actually too low. To be a plane.
That just flew in front of the tower.
Yeah, I know, I think I got it on camera. I'm waiting to see, I got a break by her in the trees. I'm waiting to see if it comes across. I got a break in the trees now, we should come across. Should come across now. Oh, it's a cold night.
It's going too low.
I've got it. There we go.
Oh, you got a nice break in the trees, but
Yeah, that's what it's in the break in the trees now. I got it.
We zoomed in.
Yep, that's as far as I can go. And it's going out the thing. And I think I've lost it now.
That's just gone down to the ground. That's actually for there. It's gone down. Oh my god, it's just gone down to the ground.
And I've lost it now. It's gone. Wait.
There it is. The houses. There, flashing. I got it. But what it is, I don't know. That is epic. I don't know what it is. No, it's still there. It's crazy. So guys, I tried to get to a better vantage point. Okay, that is just about to disappear. It's awful on. What is still? Sorry, guys. that you can see the two red lights, but there's a tower, like a aerial, giant aerial. It's just flying. Oh my god, it's flying in front of it. What? That just flew in front of the tower. So, yeah. It's moving, it's just moving too fast. I haven't got it at all now. Oh yeah, there it is, flashing again. Oh man. That is really pretty. It's gone too low. Now, this next bit of footage is actually what happened before the last video you saw. As we pulled up, there was an object flying over the trees. Now, Kaz had actually saw this because she was waiting for us in her garden. But there is no sound. There is not an engine sound, and you might have noticed that in the other videos. There is not a sound. You can hear us clearly talking. This thing was about a football pitch length away, just a bit over, above trees. It split into two and then went back into one red light. There's no sound. Now, even if this was a drone at that distance, you'd hear humming. You'd hear the buzz of it. And if it was an helicopter, as you know, a helicopter you can hear 2 miles away. Same with the plane. So yeah, have a look at it. It's balmy.
It's really silent as well.
I know. Guys, we're up in Penturk for a second night. I didn't film the first night. And that, sorry, that come out of nowhere. I'll film some more.
I got it.
You want it?
Yeah, I got it. It's really silent as well.
I know. Guys, we're up in Penturk for a second night. I didn't film the first night.
Oh, it's gone behind the trees.
And that, sorry. Now, this next object was filmed by a couple of different people the same night at exactly the same time from different locations spanning a couple of miles. We're talking about 5 in between, give or take. Just flying through the sky. It's kind of strange. It does look like a star if you zoom in on it. If you look at a star through binoculars with a mad just array of colors, but this object was actually moving, and they were messaging me to say this was moving across the sky, and they all filmed it moving across the sky. So this is going to be a spate of clips.
Oh, it's going up. Where's he gone? I can't see him now. Hang on, sweetheart. There.
Oh my god, yeah.
What the fuck is that? This is recording, this phone is shit. Oh my goodness. Where'd it go? It's coming out. Look. It's gone. I'm going over to the field to see if I can see it. Keeps disappearing.
Now, this next one was picked up. We were walking on the Taft Trail, and this was just in the sky coming towards us. It was filmed by my partner's boy, and yeah, it's another anomaly. Take a look.
Just from back there. It's going in zigzags now, isn't it?
Yeah. It is actually moving in zigzags. Now this last but one set of videos was captured by my daughter on the night that I filmed that blue object in the previous video. So it's kind of strange. This is actually over the area of Smilog, which you will, if you know the Penturk incident, you will be familiar with the area that something came down. And this object was same thing, moving across the sky. This one is odd. I've looked at it and looked at it and looked at it, and it's just the craziest thing. So take a look at this. I can't zoom in on this, guys, because of as you would have seen, some of these images, they're filmed on the side, and because the camera's moving back and forth, you can't pinpoint where it is in that camera space. So I haven't been able to zoom in, so it's just the video as it is raw.
Okay, so having a bit of trouble focusing, but it was originally way over to the left. It's now moved quite a bit. It's moving really, really slowly, but like, look at that shape. Like, look at that. That's not real. Oh my god! Zoom out. So like, originally it was all the way over here, and now it's all the way over there. I don't know if you can see it, but I keep getting like a flashing green light over here as well. But like that is terrifying. It won't even focus.
This is going to be mad because this video, as you saw them ones then, balmy, right? This object you're about to see is massive. Now we're talking one of these red lights is the same size as a military aircraft, and this thing just sat there and then just disappeared. Now, as I can tell, it is huge. They said it was huge, and this was filmed in Penturk again, guys, so take a look. Now, like I said, all these objects have been checked and double checked against other things that could be in the sky. And I think it's a bit more to just seeing these objects than just like showing you and you looking at them and deciding whether they're real or not. There's more to it. And it's, why is it happening? Why are they there? If you would have known that the Pentagon has been leaking stuff all over lockdown and saying this and saying they have videos of these unidentified objects, this channel has been extremely shadow banned. Paranormal scholars who covered the Pentateuch incident, they've had programs of their own shadow banned, like things like Skinwalker Ranch, which we've covered on Paranormal Now, because there are UFOs involved and otherworldly beings, if you like. Now, the fact there's a lot of people at the moment talking about it's big news, and it's being suppressed clearly, right? If you look at the Pentateuch incident itself, it's being suppressed, and it's either being suppressed because of people who have blind faith in things, which it tears their reality apart, or it's because they're for us. And these ones that just seem to be showing themselves, as you would have heard about the interaction Kaz had, and I've done many abduction cases and people who have had UFO encounters and ET encounters, and there is a massive gap in, some people are terrified and have a really awful experience. Some people have the most euphoric, spiritual, loving experience, and they try to get back there. And the opposite spectrum, but there is that gap. And I think there's a lot more to it than what we think. The reason they're showing themselves, I mean, with the Pentateuch incident, this report's coming out that people saw these objects and they saw them hiding and running. And Kaz saw this thing bobbing and weaving like a puppy, she described it, like a kitten. And I mean, if you really look at the nature of us, and I've said this many times, but if there was beings of like love who would reach the spiritual development and who understand the balances of nature and other animals and other lower, lesser life forms, as some people call them, and how important they are, just as important as we are, then would you want us out into the universe? You wouldn't, would you? And it kind of sums up the way the world is at the moment with everything that's going on. I'll just kind of give you an example of this. If you had a friend, if you had someone directly close in your life, and that person had absolute power over your life, and as you can see it, they were giving themselves more and more control and giving the people who benefited them more and more control and money, and they created things that would really hurt other people, and they were spending their money on things like houses to have tax breaks, and whilst people under their care are homeless and starving. Now imagine that mindset we're talking about, think of that mindset, and they constantly lie, and they openly been caught lying, and they are incompetent in their position, and all of a sudden they said something's happened that's going to harm you, and they make up a lie about how that come about, but they really actually had a hand in what is supposedly going to harm you. They've lied about the information, they've lied about how it's got there, they've lied about everything, they've created tests that have create something that isn't, could potentially not be there. And then they tell you, within the space of no time at all, they've found a cure. But this cure, it's not really a cure because it doesn't really change anything, but you have to have it, or things for you will change dramatically. You won't be able to go places, you'll be stopped, you have to prove it. And they said this cure, but you know, this cure also has way more potential of causing you harm than the thing that's out there in the first place. Would you let that person give you that thing? How would you feel about that person, really? And if this person was right next close to you in your life, had there, hands on, had that kind of authority, and was that kind of person, would you trust them? It's a weird concept, isn't it? Because as I see these things we're seeing and the energy I'm picking up and what it feels like to be in contact with them, and what, you know, if you open up your mind to it, they feel for us. And in my eyes, what I, you know, in one day, maybe, if we make it into the future, if we stop these ridiculous things and giving these people absolute power over us, and then delay, we could potentially see a future where we are so advanced and so spiritually connected that we remember being, in a million years, I remember being me right now. And I remember how much I love the people I love around me. And maybe we're smart enough and spiritual enough to come back and fetch them. Grab them from this moment in time. And maybe that's the reason why 9 million people go missing a year. And, you know, to think of that we can reach, that's our potential. That's the kind of love we're talking about. And maybe that's what this is about, guys. Maybe it's massive. Maybe it's, we can't fathom it with our minds as we are now. But there is a massive picture to what this says and what's about to come out, if disclosure is going to come out, if they don't try and suppress it, because there is big tech involved and big government and military might, and they do not like to not have control. So just some food for thought. I know that's a bit deep and a bit crazy, but it's not just what you're seeing, it's what it means. And it's what I think it's trying to tell us. And we've done ghost box sessions, and if you've watched this, you would have known we've had this interaction with the Council of 12, and we've always said we don't know, we just know this there. And we've listened to this message, and we know it's profoundly spiritual. And it's profoundly for us. And as it stands, I don't see anybody else really for us. Because the people here aren't. You know, they're really not. They're not. You know, they're creating systems now where they're going to be saying they're going to give people, especially in the UK, money for just being you. And they don't, never, ever have they ever given with that. I'm not taking with that. Ever. Ever. Anything that's ever good in our lives that's free. Have a look at the people that's behind that. The people that's behind free. The people who wanted more freedom for us. Have a look at their minds, and then have a look at the people who haven't. Have a look at the people who have millions but yet step over people who have nothing. And this is what this is about. It's not just about seeing lights in the sky. You know, it's something to talk about. Oh, it's always interesting. It's not. It's more to it. It's a big story. Spirits are starting to come forward and different things, and the paranormal is starting to change to get our weirdness, to grab us and shake us. Say, come on, stand up to it, stand for it, stand for something good and right. Because if you do this, we create our own heaven and balance, and we will. Maybe we can make it to that point where we can come back, fetch the people we love, and we remember loving them. Because we'll be that spiritual and connected to the energy that is the universe. So, yeah, like I said, sorry if that's a bit deep, but I just kind of want to get off my chest because it's been bugging me. And, that makes sense. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, guys. There's some stuff coming forward. We can be Kaz's. There's going to be more stuff for scholars. More stuff coming up myself, as I'm really busy at the moment with the paranormal. Crazy. This is why I've calmed down on the YouTube videos. I will hopefully soon get back into doing interviews. But at the moment, it's just I'm helping. I need to be hands on, because people are having some pretty mad experiences. And like I said, the paranormal is changing to grab us, to grab our attention to something else, something bigger. And yeah, so as always, para peeps, love and light. And I will see you in the next video. Take care.